and welcome to my channel and my first ever video. I'm so excited to be coming to you guys with this look based off of Namjoon and Taehyung's 4 o'clock single that they did for Festa last year. So if you want to see how I did this look and maybe follow along and do it yourself, go ahead and keep watching. Alright, so for this 4 o'clock look, the first thing I went ahead and did was put on my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter primer. And so I just take 2 pumps and that is enough for my whole face. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and do the eyebrows first. I always scrub my eyebrows away so I know what space I have when working with eyeshadows, especially when doing a bold look that goes beyond just the lid. I make sure that I know what sort of space I have. So let's go ahead and do the brows. So for my brows, I use 2 products. I use the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Pencil and also the Flawless Brow Trio by BH Cosmetics. They're both in medium. And I use the powder from this one to go over the wax that I applied with this one. So let's get started. And just going over that with my BH Cosmetics, like I said. And now my favorite part of doing the brow is concealing. So when I'm concealing my brows, I don't actually use a concealer per se. I actually use my Maybelline Fit Me in 335, which is classic tan, and I use that to go around the brows because it's just a tad bit lighter than my actual foundation, and I feel like it applies better than some of the concealers I've worked with. So just going in with my concealer brush, I am just going to take this and line my brows. Now moving on to the eyeshadow, which is the main point of this look, I am going to take my NYX eyeshadow base in the color white and take a nice dense brush and apply it to the lid. Have a nice eyeshadow base on, I'm going to go in first with the Brights palette, number 6, which is a lilac purple, and go in with that in my crease. Now blending right above that, I'm going to take shade number 8 within the Brights palette, which is the lightest purple within there, and sort of blend it into my skin above the crease. And now that our crease is all blended out, I'm going to go ahead and stay within the Brights palette and use number 5, which is a darker purple, and blend that where we're going to start our halo eye within the inner corner and the outer corner. And I'm taking a more precise blending brush, still about medium size, but just enough so I'm not putting it everywhere now. now that I've used that darker purple to sort of deepen the sockets of my eyes, I'm going to go onto my lid with the NYX white eyeshadow base once again and carve out my lid to get our halo eye started. And for this, I'm just going in with a nice precise flat brush in order to carve it out. And if you're having trouble cutting out the perfect crease, follow the rounds of your eye. Don't press down on your eye, but just sort of feel where it starts going in and follow that curvature. I promise you'll get a really good curve. So now that that's done, I'm going to go in with our first color, which is black. And to get the most perfect line, I actually go in with the eyeliner. So today I'm going in with the Revlon Color Stay Skinny in black. It's a very thin brush, which allows me to get the perfect curve. And I'm just going to take that and do the inner corner and the outer corner, going in about a quarter of the way on both sides. Now that about half of our halo eye is carved out with black eyeliner, I'm not done yet. I'm going to go in with black eyeshadow from the NYX Fire palette, and that is number 8 within the collection, and I'm just going to go over it and also blend it a little bit so that we have a smoother transition within our halo eye. And another reason why I made sure to put down that black shadow is a part of layering is making sure that we're not putting too many creamy things on top of creamy things. So making sure that I put down a matte black shadow that's a powder, kind of press everything in so that nothing's sliding as I blink, and it's actually darker too. So I have a darker black to work with, so there's a bigger pop when we put in our bright blue in the center. Now, speaking of the blue, I'm going to go right into the light blue. And this blue is coming from our Ultimate palette once again. I really do love this palette. I love the pigments in it. I would love to expand my collection of pigments, but this is a great starter pack if you're looking to get into colors like I did. I was working with neutrals for so long, but I was like, I need pops of color, and this is the perfect palette. It has every color of the rainbow to start out with. So going into the Ultimate palette, I'm going to take a mixture of 2 blues, numbers 9 and 10, if you can see them, and just sort of get a poppy blue on the center, on top of that white eyeshadow base to make it pop even more. palette, which is this kind of light teal, in order to really make the center pop, because I noticed when I was blending, some of the blacks and blues were sort of mushing together and not popping as much in the center as much as I wanted to. Of course, we're not done with the center yet. I'm actually going to go in with a nice bright silver to make it pop. And this silver that I'm using is from Star Crush Cosmetics. Now, I don't use this much because all the fallout I just can't deal with all the time. But this is number 341 in Crystal Cravings. And I really love the way this one pops, especially against my skin tone. So I'm going to take it, and while being careful of all the fallout, I'm going to take a precise brush, a precise flat brush, in order to just dollop it right upon the center and blend it out on top of that bright blue we put down. Now that we have that perfect pop of silver shimmer on the center of our eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and go in with foundation. So the foundations that I use are a combination of the 335 that you guys saw earlier by Maybelline Fit Me, and also the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in the color 410. The reason I mix these two is that Pro Filter is just a little too red for my skin. Although it is deep enough for my skin during the summertime, I do want to offset it with the yellowness of the Fit Me. So I go ahead and mix it up about 50-50, and it tends to be a perfect combination for my skin. Now that that's dotted around my face, I just take a wet blender. I believe it's by Sonia Kashuk. I got it at Target, and I'm just going to blend this in, and this should be good for most of my face. And then I'll go back in with the second layer to just cover any blemishes that weren't covered the first time. Alright, so first layer down, and second layer is just going to go down to cover any blemishes that weren't covered the first time. Alright, and for highlighting and contouring, I tend to stick pretty close to my skin tone, so I'm just going to use that 335 once again as my highlight, and I'm going to use my Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Makeup Stick in 460 Suede Warm as my contour. Alright, and that's all blended out, and I'm going to leave it how it is. I'm not going to bake because I do want it to be a little bit dewy, because I like the way it's working with the tones and the look that we're doing today. So going back up to the eyes, I can now do the under eye. And for the under eye, we're going to continue with that sort of halo look. So the dark purple that we use from the Ultimate palette is going to go towards the center of our under eye. And the lilac purple that we use is going to go around it and a little bit under it to sort of create that blending out from darkest to lightest effect. used and put it in the corner of my eye. Now before we put on lashes to finish up the eyes, I'm going to go in with two different mascaras. So for my top mascara, I go in with the Maybelline Colossal Big Shot, and that just provides volume to push my lashes up to get ready for the falsies. And then on the bottom, I use the Voluminous Butterfly Sculpt on the bottom because I really like the brush and it helps me get every lash. Alright, so after applying mascara, I went ahead and just popped some lashes on. They are by Kiss in the style Opulence. I felt that they were just wispy enough but also just dramatic enough to complete this look. So now to finish this look off, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a lip. So the lip that we're using today is Glossy Plum by NYX. I believe it was in their Water collection or their Fire collection, but I feel that it's the perfect color to keep this look kind of dark but also keeping with the color scheme. And now that the lip is applied, this is a perfectly completed look. You could stop right here and just head out for a night out in town. But I'm going to go ahead and add in a signature little element that I noticed on the album that just screams 4 o'clock. They are the shadow branches. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a nice black branch dripping down from my eye. But if you want to stop right here and just use this look, this is perfectly wearable. So to draw that branch, I'm just going to go right back in with that black liner that you guys saw me use on my lids for the halo eye and just draw it right out. And now that I've added what I felt was a signature 4 o'clock element to me, I really love this look. I love the way the branches add to it. I feel like it is just the perfect pop. And I love going outside of what's regular. Yeah, we have a halo eye on and lit, but of course, when you want to go outside the box, go below the eye, you know, drag your color down. So this was a perfect opportunity to just think outside the box, and I totally love it. And I'm ranting a little bit now, but I'm just so excited to have this look on. Thank you so much, Namjoon and Taehyung, for making this beautiful song and putting out this beautiful album cover that I can even try to copy onto my lids. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys next week, and make sure to like and subscribe, and if you want to, in the comments, tell me what album you think I should do next. And just overall, thanks. Bye guys.